Hello, everyone. It's Sharon. I have not been on Facebook Live for a while, but I wanted to pop in to share with you three important elements, three important factors, variables, if you will, that will help you and me and all of us enter into spring with a new perspective so we can be successful, however we define success. Three variables that I would like to share with you, and I hope you can think about how these very important factors can apply to your life. And if you get me back on replay, let me know where you are joining me from. We'll love to say hello. And I'm also using StreamYard. So the first thing I want you to really think about to help you soar in the spring, this second quarter starting in April, is peace. And I know that all of our lives have been shaken up and shaken around, dealt with so much uncertainty and racism and civil unrest and homeschooling that a lot of people are just cluttered, just overwhelmed. And what I have learned from doing a lot of speaking over the last 3 months is that something that we all are yearning for and craving for is peace, peace in our minds. But the truth is, peace is not the absence of struggle, right? Peace is not the absence of struggle. Peace is the presence of the Spirit. However you define God, however you experience God, however you relate to God. Hey, Nina. And so when we talk about what we need to get ready to embark on this new way of being, this new iteration of who we are, we need peace. Again, peace is not the absence of struggle. Peace is the presence of the Spirit. And the Spirit is your intuition, is your inner wisdom, and being able to tap into your truth will give you and guide you and galvanize you to do amazing things in the world, even in the face of uncertainty, even in the face of a lot of unrest, even in the face of feeling overwhelmed. So peace, we need peace in our minds. The second thing that's so critical for us to really kind of search out is partnership in our hearts, because partnership is not only allowing people to share with you, but sharing with them. And we need partnership. Hey there, DeGloria and Nina, because none of us can be successful by ourselves. We all need allies and alliances and comrades and colleagues. Nobody becomes their best selves by themselves. But the challenge is right now, when we think about partnership, all of us have had some wounds, and many times our wounds prevent us from winning. Our hurts hinder us, not only now, but it prevents us from connecting with people and getting off the struggle bus to get on what I call the train to trust. Struggle bus, train to trust. Because without trusting someone, without trusting others, you don't have the support that you need, the foundation that you need to build. When we think about our friendships, hi there, Shawana, the people in our lives, everybody brings something different in our lives. Everybody provides a different piece of the puzzle that we need to soar. We are were created to be in community with each other, to commune with each other, to grow with each other, to help each other come alive, and to illuminate the dark places that we don't see about ourselves, our blind spots, our biases. We need each other. And if we don't get into this place of partnership in our hearts, where we don't open up our lives to allow people to give us feedback, because it does take another set of eyes to rise, you will never be able to see where you need to grow, and you will never be able to grow. It takes a team to make a dream. So ask yourself, what needs to heal? What needs to grow? What needs to be purged so that you can connect with people who share your values? Because the most important thing to share with people are your values and your vision. So I want us to really think about, who do I need to partner with, who has the emotional capacity, who has the intellectual horsepower, who has the spiritual maturity to partner with me, to walk with me on this journey called life. And not just on the mountaintops, but in those valleys, those dark, dingy valleys of adversity where you really need people who have strengths that you don't have. So partnership. Do you have partnership in your heart? So we have peace in our minds. We have the partnership in our hearts. Here's the third thing. You need some preparation in your hands. What are you working on to prepare you not just for now, but for your next? So often I hear people say, hey there, Jerry and Mia and Angela. I hear people talk about that they desire to grow, that they desire to build, that they desire to have new skills, but they want to invest in themselves to acquire those skills. Listen, we all have innate wisdom. We all have skills and gifts that we came to the world with. But just because we were born with those skills, we still have to be groomed for greatness. We still have to cultivate those skills and practice those skills and to develop those skills so we have mastery. People don't pay for mediocrity, but we need mastery. And mastery, hey D, comes when we practice, when we get coached, when we get molded, when we get sponsored and mentored so that we can be the highest and the best version of ourselves. Nobody is going to wake up and say, oh, I can't wait to wake up to be average. Nobody wants to be average. You were not built to be average. You were not created to be average. We were all created to be purposeful and prophetic. And when I think about prophecy, I'm not talking about religious. Prophetic means to do something that has never been done before. And because you are a one-of-a-kind person, you're not a cookie-cutter clone, you're customized by the creator to be creative, you have something that only you can do. But we can only do that if we develop and cultivate those inborn skills and gifts and wisdom that we came to the world with, but sometimes stay buried, stay undeveloped, because we will not allow people to speak into our lives, one, but we won't invest our time, talent, our treasure, and our energy to develop those skills that we have that just need to be tweaked and twisted and molded and accessorized and accentuated and optimized or operationalized to be effective, to be innovative, to be risky, right? Because really to be successful in this world, you have to take a risk. You have to contradict the status quo. You have to be countercultural to be effective. Because if not, you just follow the masses and never follow your own conscience. And to be successful, you can't follow the crowd. You have to follow your own conscience. You have to follow your own mind and not the masses. So think about, what do you want next in this second quarter of 2021? And what are you going to do to make sure that you have peace in your mind so you can think, so that you can strategize, so that you can analyze, so that you can look at old situations with new perspectives, look at old situations with new revelations. What are you going to do to see bigger, see bolder, to see opportunities that other people are overlooking? And you can only do that when you have peace in your mind, that you can hear the spirit, you can hear the whisper from the mighty whisperer. And because that is where you're going to get ideas. That's where your imagination stretches, when you can hear the whispers from your soul. But you only do that when you have a clear mind. A cluttered mind can't hear new wisdom. So again, peace in your mind. Again, partnership in your heart. Who are you going to partner with? Who has the ability and the capacity to walk with you on this world? Who has the infrastructure, the emotional intelligence? Who has the skills that you need? Who has strengths that you don't have? Who has resources? And who can you work with where there's synergy and harmony and synchronicity, so that 1 + 1 doesn't equal 2? How about 1 + 1 = 7? And if you're with the right person and you are connected to a person's heart, they can give to you from a sacrificial way, and that you can bloom and grow and build in ways that you have never been able to build before. And the last thing is preparation for your hands. What are you getting ready? And we got to be careful, because some of us been getting ready to get ready. Some people been praying. Get off your knees and get on your feet and start putting your faith into action. Remember, faith needs feet. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do differently? What are you going to do boldly? What are you going to dare? What are you going to defy the odds? What are you going to do? And how are you going to strategize? What are your metrics? How are you going to what are you going to use to determine if you are making progress? Because some people are not making progress, they're just busy and you're tired and you're not bearing fruit. We want to be fruit bearers. We want to have positive outcomes. We want to have some results. If you're going to take some risk, why not also expect some results? But how are you going to do that? By having a good plan, by preparing yourself to be all that I know that God has called you and God has called me to be. So 3 things, again, peace, partnership, and preparation. Let's see what God has in store for us, not only for the second quarter, but for years to come, so that we can dismantle all these oppressive systems, so that we can challenge the status quo, so we can can challenge racism and sexism and homophobia and ageism, Islamophobia. We can challenge all of these paradigms and ideologies and ideas that shrink people and deny people of their dignity and their divinity. How can we be better people? How can we be more aligned people? So just something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me tonight. I hope it helps you think about your life, because the quality of our life is based on the quality of our questions and the quality of our reflection. And if you don't think about what you're thinking about, and if you don't think about your next steps, you will keep having movements, but no momentum. You will keep being busy, but not fruitful. You will stay tired and restless, but you won't have the results that you desire, that you yearn for, that you have been created and called and anointed and favored to do. So I just wanted to leave that with you. Blessings to you. Let's do this. Yes, the pandemic tried to rob us of our sanity, but again, peace is a choice. Peace is a choice. And peace is not the absence of struggle. Peace is the presence of God. Yeah. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks so much for joining me, and blessings. Bye-bye. Thanks so much.